How are we doing, guys and girls? This is the morning after the night before. Um, Welcome to Chelsea Dead. I'm Kel. Uh, please like and subscribe. Need your help, guys. All right, I'm about 54 subscriptions, so I'm slowly getting there. Go on, press that button, like and subscribe, and join in with some conversation. In a bit of a solemn mood this morning. Last night I did a quick short video after Chelsea's loss to Arsenal. There wasn't a great deal of feeling in it. I was just numb at the time. So I've had the night and now most of the morning just to get my mind in order, to have some more thoughts, fresh opinions on last night. It wasn't good. Arsenal winning 1-0, 4-2 on aggregate. Chelsea completely fell out of the Carabao Cup, in my opinion. Look, it weren't good. We weren't good. You got a lot of toxic positives and the flip-flops and the morons out there going, oh, we're proud of that performance. What are you proud of? Playing five at the back, playing defensive for at least an hour, and losing. How can you be proud of losing? I mean, you can appreciate effort put in, but there's nothing to be proud of. Being proud is just a step too far, in my opinion. You need to step back and again see all the real crap that's going on, not just defending to their heart's content last night, which is what we did. Look, let's start up with that lineup. That lineup straight away was the sign of probably someone being too cautious and just showing evidence to me they really didn't want to go through. People say, oh, stop talking shit and all that, but is it shit? Am I over exaggerating here? We all know in regards to the hierarchy, the owners, Blueco, Wnlake, and all their mongs running the club, their words were, this competition is not a priority. It is not important to them. In other words, it means nothing. It's just a waste of their time. They're not interested. The absolute lack of ambition. We lost the first leg, mainly down to Robert Sanchez. But did we play well in that? A couple of little spells. Apart from that, Arsenal were pretty much in control of us. Why? Because they've got a much better squad, much more quality in there, a lot less kids that might be potential. The second leg, they didn't even get out of first gear last night. They didn't have to. They already had the lead. They could just play it around and just, well, they still had this under control, really. We huffed and puffed, but they didn't get out of first gear. Again, not even getting out of first gear, and we couldn't get through them. Again, much more quality, less kids, less possible potential, already made players. It was kind of easy for them last night. It just shows at this moment, Arsenal, and it kills me to say it, Arsenal are more elite than my Chelsea right now. For 15, 20 years, we sort of ruled Arsenal. Now they've taken the crown again. Now, London is blue, but that's because we're Champions League winners. That's because we've got a great history in European football where Arsenal haven't. But domestically, Arsenal are top again. Because they don't piss about. Yeah, they've been under this process with Arteta, with old Lego head himself for 5-6 years. But we shouldn't be having to go through that to get where they've got to now. Not after almost 2 billion spent. You know, over the last 3.5, 4 years, since these mugs have been running our club, since this cancer has been running our club, we have spent more money than anybody in the world. Not just in England, not just in the UK, not in Europe, the world. Almost 2 billion spent. Look where we are. With that sort of money, we should be top of the Premier League. We should be knocking Arsenal out of Carabao Cups. We should be coming top of the table in the Champions League, winning all our games. 2 billion spent. No, but we're scraping. We're scraping here, we're scraping there. We're failing more than we're winning. What have we won in 4 years? Pre-season friendly tournament that most people call it, and the Conference League. Wow, what an achievement. Well done. I know the cups, we're happy to get cups, but they're down in the basement, aren't they, of trophies? They're not the elite. Champions Leagues, Premier Leagues, that's what we want to win. But look at us. Last night, losing 1-0, it was easy for Arsenal. Again, we huffed and puffed. That's where we put our effort in. That's where I go, yeah, well done, guys. But I'm not proud of it because it didn't get anything for us. Offensively, we were a joke. Now, offensively, we started off with 5 defenders. You can sort of see where they were coming from. You could see the plan. Let's hold them out. Let's keep ourselves in the game. And I knew around about the hour mark, you'd have your Palmers and your Estevals coming on. They'll try and go for it for the last half hour. Well, we did keep ourselves in the game. But is that not too negative still? We're behind. You need as much time to get in the game. So we go to the lineup. No Reece James. Oh, he's rested. Why is he rested? This is the second leg of a semi-final in a cup competition where we're already a goal behind from the first leg against our main London rivals. This is Arsenal. This is not Aldershot. This is not Accrington Stanley. This is Arsenal. And our captain, our skipper, Mr. Chelsea, oh, we've rested him. You don't rest your skipper for games like this. He has been fit for over a year now. He obviously isn't in the same crappy state physically as he was previous. Okay? He's mended. You play him. You play him in games like this. There's no excuse. He was your skipper. What other team would do that? Was Declan Rice? Was he rested last night? He plays all the time. He doesn't need resting. Our skipper. And I know Neto has been very inconsistent. And I know against Napoli, he was extremely poor. But against West Ham, when he came on, he actually played quite well. Worked his butt off. Oh, he failed a fitness test. Did he? How many times have we said, oh, such and such has got the sniffles. Such and such has got a little knock. Oh, such and such this, such and such that. And miraculously, as expected, the next game, that particular player will be in the starting lineup. Coincidence? No, it's not a coincidence. It's all planned and it's all lies. I guarantee you, Neto was not injured and did not fail a fitness test. This is the medical team sort of planning out minutes for players. That's all it is. It's medical team getting too involved. And they're not even a proper medical team. You got... And the lineup as a whole. I picked a lineup myself in one of my videos and one of my previous videos. Now, it's not what I expected to be picked. It's what I wanted to be picked. And there were a lot of differences because I knew AI, data, the medical team, the hierarchy at the club would stick their massive Pinocchio lying noses into football matters again and mess about with the lineup. Anyone that thinks Liam Rosenior is responsible for picking the lineups, you need to go to the doctors. You need to go and see a psychiatrist. All right? You need to go and have your brain tested. Liam Rosenior has about that much input. He may suggest things. He does not make any final decisions on who plays and who plays where. Get a life. And that lineup, Neto should have been playing. Not because he's wonderful, but because we had no other decent wingers. Garnacho, shit. Waste of money. Gittins, shit. Waste of money. Esteval on the bench. He's just come back from Brazil. I have heard a whisper that it was something to do with his mum passing away. I'm not entirely sure on that. Don't count me on that. But whatever it was some bad personal business he had to go and attend to in Brazil. So obviously he's emotional. He's had flights. So could he have started and maybe come off? Maybe Palmer should have started and then maybe Esteval come on for him later on in the game. At least you'd have had some sort of creativity in that midfield. But no, you still don't play Neto when you've got no wingers or you've got shit wingers. And what are you doing? You're putting the cement mixer, the hod carrier, who's supposed to be a striker, and he ain't even that, out on the right wing. I'm sorry, he's got no place being out. I don't care if he had a couple of appearances under Matitz Rossinier at Hull playing out on the right wing. He's not a right winger. He's not even built like a right winger. He's built for carrying bricks and tiles up scaffolding. You know what I mean? That's all he is. He's rubbish. That's another one that's a waste of money. Before people say, oh, he ain't had a chance. Yes, he has had a chance. 2 goals in 21 games, is it? Is that the sign of a good striker? He's had enough run of games now since his injury. And what's he done? Nothing. He can't even hold the ball up. I mean, the bloke's built like a brick shit house. But he can't hold the ball up. He can't keep defenders off his back. He keeps losing the ball. All he does is get frustrated because he can't do the job he's supposed to be doing and just ploughs through people like he's a bulldozer. Getting bookings willy-nilly or getting sent off. That's all he's good for, getting frustrated and slamming into people. As a footballer, he's not a footballer. He's not even a striker. And you're playing him on the right wing. I'm sorry. It's lies about Neto. That's how bad it is, saying he should have been on the pitch and he ain't been that great himself. That's the state of our squad. But anyway, we got 5 defenders, so that shows a negativity, doesn't it? If anything, Palmer should have started, maybe come off and replaced by Esteval later on, half game each or something. Or maybe both of them should have been on earlier in the game. But offensively, we were shocking. 2 shots at goal, the whole game. 2 shots, 1 on target, easily saved off from Enzo by Kepa of all people. Should have been ploughing that goal with shots. We all know Kepa's crap with long shots. But offensively, nothing to be proud of. We are losing. If we played like that because we were a goal up or 2 goals up, fine. We were losing from the first leg where we also played poorly. Again, both legs. That last leg and the first one, Arsenal could have won by 3 or 4 goals. Could have been over before last night, but it wasn't. We had a slight chance of bringing it back, a small chance. Did we take that chance? No, we were nowhere near it. Yes, we defended well, but you're defending when you're losing on aggregate. Do you get that? It's a joke. And in the last sort of 10, 15 minutes when we should be peppering their goal, what are we doing? Sideways, backwards. I lost count how many times we went across the outside of the box. It'll go back to the halfway line. Or it'll be back at the feet of Robert Sanchez. And then we'll be going forward again. Guys, you've got a few minutes left. Get yourselves in the box. Get yourselves in the box. Create chances. Nothing was created. Not even getting shots off. Weren't even getting crosses in. I was sitting there shouting at the telly. Get the crosses in. Get the crosses in. And every time I'm saying get the crosses in, the ball's going back. I mean, Garnacho, when he came on, he runs 5 yards, stops, passes it back, runs 5 yards, stops, passes. That's all he does. He came on, made no difference. Again, he's shit. Waste of money. The process. Buy these young players for profit down the line. It's got nothing to do with football. And last night proved it. We play against the elite club and they turn up in first gear and knock us out. That's how far behind we are. We even brought a half-fit, struggling Palmer on, and Esteval, who's done all the travelling, has got all the emotional shit. We had to bring him on. We have to rely, and he's 18. We have to rely on these guys just to produce some creativity. Someone who's struggling with injuries and an 18-year-old kid who's had some problems. That's what we're relying on. That's the state of our squad. After all that money, people go, oh yeah, but your squad's not too... We've spent almost 2 billion. Not 300 or 400 million over 4 years. Almost 2 billion. And the owners haven't spent their money. They spent the club's money. They've also taken out 2 massive loans equaling to about 1.2 billion. So you've got 1.2 billion in 2 loans. Plus massive interest on top of that. Right? Plus other monies they've spent from the club. Coming to about 2 billion. They've got the club in debt and we've got a squad like that. We've got a performance like that. That, to me, you can understand these conspiracy theorists saying, oh, they threw it on purpose. They didn't want to know. They were doing exactly what the owner said. It's not a priority. Don't want to win it. Well, I can understand where they're coming from because it's there in front of you. You're watching what you're thinking is happening. And it is. They did not look like a team that wanted to win it, especially in the last 10, 15 minutes where there was still nothing going at the Arsenal goal. It looked like they didn't want to win. They defended great, but you're defending when you're already losing. You should be taking the initiative, especially the second half of the second half. And Esteval and Palmer made very little difference. There was a slight little raise in impetus. There was a slight little raise in and an offensive thing happening, but nowhere near enough. It was not enough. It still wasn't anything. They made next to no difference whatsoever. And we're having to rely on these 2 guys. Again, one with injury problems and an 18-year-old kid. What a sad sack of shit state we're in at Chelsea Football Club. And we know the owners didn't care about the tournament. Are they going to have the same attitude with the FA Cup? They may think it's beneath them. Look, we're not going to win the Premier League. We are not going to win the Champions League. So what have we got? I tell you what we've got. We've got the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. That's all we got. And it's not a priority to them. Just top 4. Just get top 4. We're happy. That's the ambition. And it fucking stinks. It's cancerous owners. Just top 4. Top 4. I mean, the only reasons, the Club World Cup. Oh, we get a fancy little silly badge. Extra gold badge on our shirts for 4 years. And 100 million in the bank. That's all they're happy with. 100 million. It's the money again. Nothing about prestige. What's the prestige of that tournament, really? Oh, we could say, oh, yeah, well, we're world champions for 4 years. Well, we're not playing like world champions. We don't look anywhere near world champions. More like world champions. And you're still getting mugs waxing lyrical over this process of saying we're on the up because we've won a few games. No, the underlying problems are still there. A few wins does not change anything. It is win, lose or draw. Blueco and Wnlake out. They're slowly running. Well, I say slowly. It's not really slowly, is it? It's just over 4 years. 4 years they've run our club into the mud. The football side is non-existent. It's kids. It's assets. It's profits. That's all it is. And It sickens me where we were ruling teams like Arsenal for so long and they're way above us. Way above us. It's frightening how far we've dropped so soon. Oh, well, we dropped straight away as soon as they came in. We dropped standards and we've just been there ever since. If anything, slightly getting worse every season. And you get all these people coming out, yeah, or give them 4 transfer windows. Don't judge until 4 transfer windows. First of all, it was 2. And then 2 came along and were still shit. And then they want to spread it and extend it to 4. And then what's it going to be now? 8? Because we've had 8 and we're still in the same shit and it's just getting worse. It's not getting better. 8 windows, 4th season, and we're worse than when they took over. When they took over, we were Champions League champions. Do you understand that? Champions of Europe. Now look at us. We're getting embarrassed and knocked out playing like wimps from the Carabao Cup. That's the state of Chelsea. These owners don't care. I'm more gutted this morning, now it's really sunk in, than last night. Yeah, I was numb. I mean, I've got my Chelsea onesie on today because I needed comforting after that last night. And this is comfortable. So this is comforting me, you know what I mean, to get me through this, because the same shit is still at our club. And it is the only way things will improve is if these scumbags get out. Stop praising defeats, will ya? Oh, you toxic, positive, flip-flop, brown envelope mugs. Stop waxing lyrical over this shit and going, oh, but they did try. We don't want to just try. We want to win. Okay? If you haven't got any ambition, fuck off with the owners. All right? Go and support a Brighton. We are not Brighton. 2 times Champions League winners, 2 times UEFA Cup winners, 2 times Europa, 2 times Cup winners, etc. 2 times Super Cup winners, World Cup champions, all the league titles, all the FA Cups, all the League Cups, everything. That's what we should be. But we're not. And you're happy not to be that anymore. We could and still should be that. The only thing that took that away from us was Blueco and Wnlake, because they didn't want to run us as a football club. They wanted to run us as a business, a stock market. Players are not players. They're not humans. They're assets. I understand they need the club to make money, but you don't fuck the team over. You don't fuck the fans over in the meantime. Without fans, a football club is nothing. All right? We are the heartbeat. We are the soul of football clubs. Don't mug us off with this shit. Stop shitting on us from a great height. Stop pissing all over us. You're sickening, Blueco. You're sickening, Wnlake. Egg Barley, you're a criminal. Wiss, you're on the Epstein files with your tits hanging out and a white towel and all that. Bowley, you're on the old Epstein files. You're all wrong uns. Wouldn't surprise me if Egg Barley's there somewhere. Let's see if his name pops up. And Walter and Wiss, all these millionaires and billionaires suddenly coming out in the news. Bowley and Wiss, got your little contacts there, haven't you, with the Epstein files? Egg Barley, I don't think you're completely innocent. You may well be. But, yeah, what's the chances, eh? I think there's a fair to middling chance that your name might come out at some stage. Who knows? We'll see, won't we? Because you're all wrong uns. All you millionaire, billionaire folk have all got your skeletons in your cupboard. You all got your dodgy dealings and your dodgy ways somewhere along the line. You don't become billionaires without fucking people over in some shape or form. You're all wrong uns. Arrogant, egotistical scumbags. You get a bit of money and you think you rule the world. Well, you're not just ruining Chelsea, you're ruining football, and you ruin football in the Premier League. Get out, all of you, all you American scumbag owners. You're not good for the game. Everything's just a franchise, isn't it? A franchise to make the Golovich. You're not building a squad to win things. You're building a squad to make money. And the squad is not good enough. And the team is struggling. Yeah, we came back and beat West Ham. Yeah, we come back to Napoli. But last night just proves we're back to square one again. That's all a fugazi. Aren't you sick and tired of them lying to you with the PR bullshits, with the narrative settings, with the smoke screens and everything else constantly? They're trying to treat us guys like absolute mugs, like we're thick as shit. Like they can keep pulling the wool over our eyes. Feeding these narratives out with their brown envelopes into the media. Some of the fan base, I'm sorry, but you need to go and see someone. Because if you still believe in this fucking nonsense, you've got no hope in life. Get a life, will ya? Oh, yeah, look. Oh, we're going for this person. Oh, look. Oh, we're going for that person now. Yeah, what about the 300 people they said they were going for and never were? Yeah? Get real. Open your minces, will ya? Smell the coffee. Last night was not good enough. It simply wasn't good enough. Again, it just shows AI, data, the medical team and the hierarchy are absolutely involved in the lineup picking and all. They're lying about players' fitness and availabilities. They lie about everything. And even if you ask them if they lie, they will lie about lying. Because they'll say they don't, and they do. And we all know they do. They're just full of shit. And they're feeding it to you. You're turning up at some swanky restaurant waiting for some like 5-course meal. And each plate, it's just turds. Stinking turds that smell the aroma. It's just lies. And you're breathing it in. And it's taking over your brain, the chemicals. And you're believing it. You're hypnotised by the smell. By the lies. By the utter crap. People go, oh, it's only one loss. It's not. That is the reality last night. The first game against Arsenal was reality. We are way off where we should be. And these are the guys that put us here in the first place. August 21 was the last time we beat Arsenal. August 2021. I think it's 3 games now. We haven't scored a goal at the Emirates. Something like that, I've heard. How much longer is London going to be blue? Or is that title already gone? Last night wasn't good enough. Stop lying. Stop messing about with the team. And Liam Matitz Rosinia, get a backbone, mate. Get a backbone. You've got to be some sort of special guy if you don't fall into the same category as the other gaffers where they ended up getting wise and having enough of the bullshit, the process, enough of the controlling. I wonder how long it's going to be until you fall into that category, Rosinia, before you suddenly realise, nah, this is bollocks. I'm not having this no more. I'm not being controlled. I don't want to take the blame for everything as well when it's not even my decisions for everything. I don't want to sit here and watch this team fall because we're having to do things under your regime, under your orders, under your control. AI data doesn't fucking work. The medical team, just look after people. Don't dictate what players can play and when they can fucking play. All right? Reece James should have played last night. Does not need a rest. Neto. I wouldn't be surprised, again, like many other times, if Neto is suddenly available for the game against Wolves. I mean, you've got a cup game against Arsenal, but you're resting players and lying about players for a game against Wolves, who are rock bottom of the Premier League. But a cup game against Arsenal, a semi-final, we're already losing. You're going to make bullshit excuses to not play these players. Wrong uns. Wrong uns. I would have thought last night, in here, in Chelsea fans' hearts, was more important than playing Wolves at the weekend. Especially your skipper. Your skipper. Over a year now he's been fit and you're still wanting to manage him. You're going to manage him for the rest of his career. If he's fit, you play him. If anyone is fit, you play them. You cut out the bullshit. Cut out the bullshit excuses. The lies. We're not having it. Play the right players every time. You don't see Arsenal making excuses and making wholesale changes. You don't see Manchester City lying about stuff and making wholesale changes. Even Aston Villa, they're light years ahead of us at the minute. You don't see them making wholesale changes and throwing excuses in. You got Man United. They're in the fucking mud and they're above us in the league now. Oh, it's catastrophic. It's so frustrating. It's annoying that these guys are allowed to get away with what they're doing at our club and there's mugs out there backing them up. You toxic positive merchants. You delusional mugs with your heads in the sand. It's sickening. It's absolutely sickening. And true fans like me have to put up watching this shit. Watching our team collapse and watching some of our fan base betray us. You haven't got a fucking Scooby, have you? Happy to go along and eat your prawn fucking sandwiches and clap. Instead of winning games, we're too busy playing Lego at fucking half time and taking our gloves off so we can clap absolute shit on the pitch. That was rubbish. I've said all these wins that we've had recently, it's just wallpapering over massive cracks in our foundations of our club. Our club is still crumbling. That wallpaper from these wins is making no difference. We are collapsing as a club. And some of you are still supporting this. Last night, back to life, back to reality. That is the true state. And it ain't going to change. The ambition is zero by these owners. Success will be zero. Elite zero. And we're not even taking the smaller competitions seriously. If we're going to do that, we're winning absolutely nothing. We're going to still doing this in the FA Cup when we play Hull City. Be interesting to see the team there, wouldn't it? Or you're going to go out and be serious and try and win a cup. Because that's going to be the only cup now we've got any tiny small chance of winning. Because again, we ain't winning the Premier League. We are a gazillion miles away from that. We are not winning the Champions League. We are a gazillion miles away. People say, oh, our squad wasn't that great in 21 when we won it. It was better than the squad we got now. And we had the right owner. And we had the right gaffer in Tommy T running the team. Working under sanctions. Banned from this, banned from that. Couldn't even afford to go and travel to games and stuff, the team and all that. Thomas Tuchel, all willing to drive the minibus to get the players to games. All these restrictions and sanctions. The club was fucked by UEFA and the British government, etc. Okay? But we still won the Champions League under all the crap. More crap than any club has ever faced in the history of football. We still, with that squad, which wasn't amazing, but it's better than this one, and Tommy T at the helm, we still won in Champions League. This lot wasted almost 2 billion and we're worse off. Because it's all assets. It's all profit. The club's a fucking mess. And last night, that was pitiful. Pitiful. Considering the circumstances, we went out with a whimper. You know, we folded. It wasn't enough, nowhere near enough. We huffed and puffed. That's it. Just it, huffed and puffed. We defended sort of okay. Yeah, we got caught in the break at the last minute by Kai Havertz of all people. But huff and puffing. Where's the talent? Where's the quality? Where's the offensive ability of going and beating big teams like Arsenal? We didn't even test them last night. It's not like we pushed them. We had lots of shots at goal. Kepa had to pull off great saves. They had to block the ball on the line, or they had to put their bodies on the line full stop. Last-ditch tackles on us. There was none of that sort of shit. It was an easy ride. They got a free ride last night because we didn't do anywhere near enough. Offensively, invisible, inept. So don't be proud of it. There's nothing to be proud of. We didn't go and try and win that game at all. Even when we put our two creative players on the pitch. Nothing. Nothing. And you want to be proud of that. What is there to be proud of? Getting knocked out of a cup with not trying 100%. And we were nowhere near 100%. We were about 85% on the defending and about 2% on the offensive. And when you're losing from the first leg, that ain't a good cocktail mixed up there, is it? It's bollocks. You drink that cocktail and it tastes like horse piss. That's what that is. So, yeah, I'm not happy. Wrong uns. Improve. Blueco out. Just get Blueco out. Get this process out. Get this medical team out. Get this AI data out. None of it works. All of it kills. And it's killing Chelsea. I'm sick of it. More people need to get sick of it. The right people are sick of it. I watched Johnny Minerals' video this morning from late last night that he did. Spot on, Johnny Minerals. Landed it, my geezer. Landed it. You've got the minerals, and you've had the minerals since day one. And people still knock you and slate you and try and bring you down. Geezer, you are a fucking legend. Whether you want to be called that or not, you are. You are a legend, mate. You stand up for what is right and true. And you've been right since day one. And you've been right ever since. And you will always be right about these scumbags running our club and everything they're doing. So my support is with you, Johnny Minerals. More people need to get on board with you, mate. More people need to get on board with the likes of you and me. So, spot on, Johnny. Loved your video, mate. Keep giving it. Keep mudding them, geezer. All right? And it's Blueco out. No surrender mentality. And praise to Don Roman. Be lovely if we could have that man back. The injustice that he suffered by the British government, which is probably the most corrupt thing in the whole world, apart from the BBC. And they're probably sucking each other's sausages off. The British government calling Roman Abramovich a criminal. Houses of Parliament is just one big prison itself, full of criminals. Especially people like Keir Starmer and that blonde knobhead, Boris, at the time. They're all criminals. No matter what party they belong to, they're the worst criminals going. And they've got a cheek to incriminate someone, and there's still no proof of what they charged him with. Where is it? Where's the evidence? And now we got these pricks in charge of our club, thanks to the government and thanks to the Rain Group. Chelsea Football Club is a gnat's ball bag or mosquito's Jap's eye away from being nothing. And you're happy to just keep watching this process. Well, good luck, yeah. Fuck off to Brighton or something, will you? Eh? Or piss off down the road from me to somewhere like Crawley Town or Sutton United. Go to clubs like that. That don't have any ambition. That will never get anywhere. All right? We're Chelsea. We have been elite. We still should be elite. But we're in the mud. Last night, not good enough. Arsenal deserved it. Piece of piss for them. They didn't even have to get out of bed. So, anyway, rant over. I'll do another video sometime. You look after yourselves, guys. Like and subscribe, all right? Especially on my longer videos. I don't get enough likes. Come on, help us out. Get get those subscriptions up. Doesn't cost much. We spend quite a bit of time putting a bit of effort into this. Come on, help us out, mate. Geezers, my friends. Come on. Up to Chelsea. Keep the blue flag flying high. Last night was shit. Blueco, Clear Lake, cancer, get out. Peace.